everyone, my name is Bridget and welcome to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking about my king snakes. Now you guys have actually met one of my king snakes, but not the other, so I am going to be doing an update on the first king snake and then introducing you to our new king snake. And because there haven't been a whole lot of videos on the first king snake, I do want to talk about him just a little bit more and make this also a sort of meet my king snakes type of video where you can officially meet him and see what he is like. I did a meet my snake style video several months ago and I couldn't take him out in that video because he was so young and so new. So today we are finally going to get him out. And also I know that it is a little bit far from Halloween right now, but I wanted to wear a little bit of Halloween colors today with my black shirt and my orange lipstick because both of these king snakes are pretty Halloween related. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into today's video. All right guys, so my very first king snake that I wanna talk about today is Jack, my gray banded king snake. This is Jack right here. And I know that you guys weren't able to get a really good look at his size whenever I did the Meet My Snakes video, but he was absolutely tiny. He has grown so much, my goodness. So this is a gray banded king snake, and this is not a morph type. This is actually the species of snake that he is. This is what they naturally look like in the wild. They are found all over Mexico and the state of Texas that I live in right now. And they don't have any morph types that go along with them, but they do kind of have different colorations and patterns. So Jack here is considered a normal gray banded king snake. This is what they typically look like in the wild. But every now and then, I can't remember what it's called. I will put it on the screen. They will have a little bit of a broken up pattern where they'll be kind of like high gray in coloration and they'll have really, really thin gray and black bands. I kind of have a soft spot for just the standard wild type that you see outside. I love that they're untouched. Not that morphs are bad and they're tampered with and they're like different. I think the snake is still just the same. But I love that, you know, this type of snake that's naturally like this in the wild, this is what they are, and they're so incredibly stunning. I think that you guys can agree that he is just an incredibly beautiful snake. So Jack here, although he is a king snake, he is so incredibly gentle and he's just curious. Like you can see, he keeps just running all over the place trying to find something to do and something to look at and something to sniff, but he's not defensive in any way, shape, or form. I really like this snake a lot. He's one of my favorite snakes on earth just because of what type he is and his beauty and everything and how like natural he looks and everything, but also he's just my favorite to handle. He's so awesome at handling. So Jack is actually a snake that we got in October of 2018, and he was born in October of 2018 as well. When we got him, he was a little tiny baby, and so because he was born in October and has his coloration and everything, I call him my little Halloween snake. And if you haven't guessed already, his name Jack is after Jack Skellington on Nightmare Before Christmas. He is my little pumpkin king. So not very many people have gray banded king snakes. I know that they're not like super common in the hobby right now. They were a dream snake of mine for about a year, and I just happened to get lucky enough to find one. And like if you guys get lucky enough to find one yourself, I highly recommend these snakes. He's such a rewarding snake, an awesome snake to have. So yeah, quick little introduction on our guy here. Couldn't imagine living this life without him. He's just such a joy. Alright, so now that you guys have gotten an update on Jack and you've seen a little bit more about him and learned more about him, we are now going to talk about our second king snake, and her name is Sally. So since Jack is named after Jack Skellington on Nightmare Before Christmas, we wanted to go ahead and get a Sally. So here's where things get a little bit difficult because Sally is quite the gal. If you know anything about California king snakes, you know just how feisty they are, especially when they are babies. And this one that we have is no exception. She's now bitten me 3 times and bitten my husband twice. And look, she's not a dangerous snake, okay? I don't want you guys watching this video to be like, well, I'm definitely not ever getting a California king snake because I don't want to get bitten. Any snake that you own has the potential to bite you. However, there are some species of snakes that are just a little bit more feisty than others, and they kind of get you a little bit more often than others. Sally's one of those snakes. When she's out of her enclosure, she thinks that you are food. We can be holding her for a solid 3 to 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden, literally anywhere on our hands, she will kind of look at it and she won't strike it, but she'll just kind of wrap her mouth around it and try and chew. She's gotten me that way twice, but the 3rd time she got me was when I was putting her back into the enclosure. And that is when she got my husband as well. She gets really defensive when you're putting her back in her home. I don't really know what it is. I don't know if it's like a smell kind of thing. Who knows? But she whips around and she strikes at that point. So with all that being said, you guys, I'm not gonna take her out of the enclosure for this video. Please don't be mad at me. I just don't really want to be bitten today. It's not in my plans for the day. It's not in my itinerary. I just want to talk about her, and I will show plenty of footage for you guys to see her. And if you follow me on social media, there are photos up, but I will not have her physically out here with me. And I hope that that's okay with you guys. So we're just gonna move on and start talking about her. So like I said, Sally is a California king snake, but she is a special California king snake. She is actually considered a mosaic California king snake. The original California king snake, they're mainly white and black, obviously, and they have like rings. A lot of them will be pretty 50-50, rings of black, white, black, white. A mosaic has the same black and white coloration, and it's pretty consistent throughout the body, where you've got the shapes of the rings pretty consistent. However, they don't wrap around the body at all. Her back is solid black. On the bottom of her belly, she has these oddly shaped like half rings of white coloration that kind of look splotchy, you know, kind of similar to a mosaic painting in a way, where nothing is really uniform, and it just kind of has this like really unique rounded off edge, but nothing really connects to each other. So her bands aren't exactly bands. She has these little white splotches, pretty consistent on her body, that go along her belly, and they stop midway up her body and never reach her back. So in my opinion, she's pretty unique, and I think she's absolutely stunning. And she was actually a choice of my husband. He wanted this snake. We had talked about getting a California king snake in the first place. We discovered the mosaic California king snake, which is sort of a morph type. He fell in love and really wanted her, and so we got her. And we did not know she was gonna have the attitude that she did. I'd always heard of California king snakes being really feisty and sassy, and my goodness, is that correct? We still pretty much expect her to be sassy forever, because California king snakes really don't grow out of that too much. She's still just pretty defensive. She just wants to be defensive. She thinks everything is food, and so we're gonna respect that at this moment, and we're trying to work with her to kind of get her out of that a little bit. Like I said, I still expect her to be sassy for the rest of her life. She's probably gonna strike a few more times. She's probably gonna think that we're food a few more times. That is fine. But we need to get her out of what she's doing right now. She just doesn't want to be handled whatsoever. But she is a really stunning snake, and we adore her. She has such a fun personality, apart from her being feisty and defensive and everything. She is kind of like a drama queen a little bit, and I like that. I like animals that have a little bit of an attitude. A fun part of owning reptiles is when they have like a different temperament about them, and they're kind of like sassy in a way, like Grendel, my hognose. You guys have seen him. He's so dramatic, but I love it so much. It makes me laugh. Kind of puts a smile on my face whenever they bring out that attitude, like an angry toddler, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is our Sally girl. She's almost a year old. She's a mosaic California king snake. She's named Sally after Sally on Nightmare Before Christmas. Beautiful black and white coloration, beautiful, different, unique pattern to her, and we love her. Even though she's quite a gal, we love her. She's great. Well, all right guys, that's gonna be it for my video today. Just giving you a little introduction on my king snakes, giving you an update on this guy right here, and also introducing you to our second king snake. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button on your way out. I really appreciate it. Also hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload next, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!